Let's talk to former senior military intelligence officer Philip Ingram. Morning to you. I mean, look, this is a grim situation. These two have, I mean, they've confessed, which doesn't stand for a lot, but of being sort of insurgents and terrorists, haven't they? They were actually working, as far as we understand it, properly within the Ukrainian army.
Yeah, they had joined the Ukrainian army before the Russian invasion. They're living in Ukraine and have been for a while. The Russians will have tortured a confession out of them. This is a war crime. They are subject to the Geneva Conventions. There is no doubt in that whatsoever from the international community's perspective. And what Putin is doing through this show trial is just trying to put pressure and use these individuals and their families as pawns and terrifying them in the process.
Isn't one of the ideas that maybe they're doing this in order to facilitate some sort of a prisoner exchange?
Possibly, but there's other ways of prisoner exchanges without them overtly breaking the Geneva Conventions. The fact that they put them on trial contravenes the Geneva Conventions. If they then go ahead and execute them, which I don't think they will do, but that's another level. And the prosecutors and the lawyers in this case, their names will be known publicly. So they will be on the arrest lists by the international community once this is all resolved. But that's a minor thing. They're using terror as a tactic to try and put political influence into the UK and into Morocco, and to try and fracture political resolve across the EU and the rest of the world. And unfortunately, these individuals are those pawns in that game.
Well, we talk about these individuals and we've got to remember them and we've got to remember their families. But even with all that in mind, should the UK government get embroiled in this? Should they try to intervene or not? Do they play the game or not?
Well, they have to intervene. And this is the sort of thing where I'm surprised that the Russian ambassador to London has not been called into the Foreign Office and given a formal warning about what would happen if they do execute them, and a formal warning that they have broken the Geneva Conventions. I think what this will do will be to stimulate the resolve that there is amongst those Western countries that are supplying weapon systems into Ukraine, and possibly push the supply of those weapon systems even faster. The issue is in getting the weapon systems in and the more sophisticated ones is being able to train the Ukrainian troops in their use in time to get them into the front line. And that's the balancing act that we're in at the moment. But whilst all of that's going on, we've got not just the three individuals, but their families as well who are living in terror.